All right, guys. Well, I got my package from Hong Kong, and it is my new spool boom for my Curado BFS. Now, why did I do this? So let's open this. I'm going to take out the Shimano spool, which is very good, by the way. Nothing wrong with it. It's just heavier, and I want to. It's a long shaft, so this we're going to talk about this on the spool. So we're going to weigh this, and let me show you why I do this, why I did it. Eh, gotta keep it on there. So it's 9.2 grams. So that's a I mean it's light, but so they come in a very nice container, very well packaged. And notice it has no long shaft to it. How do we fix that? I'll show you in a sec. So that's 9.2 grams. So we're going to put this on this. 4.9 grams. So we've just trimmed off 4.3 grams. I mean, that is a huge difference between these two. So this is a short shaft. So we're going to take this shaft that they give you. Basically, it's like a dowel, and we're going to. Hey, Blinky, how you doing? All right, so we're going to. We need to insert it into our reel. So we need to take off the tension knob. We got to unscrew it. And remove it. And we're going to just insert this in there, just like that. And it just pops in there. Now we're going to put the tension knob back on. Screw that back on. My day's good. I've been so busy painting. I mean, I've been busy painting. So, I mean, it's look at. I mean, these guys, pumpkin seed sunfish. Seen that one already. Crappie, trout, and behind me, some square bills. Packaging. By the way, I gave your grandpa one of these to send to you, just so you know. I did not forget you. So we're going to take this now, the spool, and we'll pop that in. Then, by the way, oh, I got to do this. We're going with a lighter spool, and I'm going to add the magnets I removed from this. So I removed 2 magnets in order to lessen the braking system. So we're going to put those magnets back in there because I think I'm going to need it with a spool this light. I really do. So I put it in a little baggie in the box. Oh, it's important to keep track of these things. There's my magnets. So, little guys, little itty bitty magnets. So we're going to take that, we're going to put that on, ooh, very powerful magnet, by the way. And we're going to put that back in my reel, just like that. Come on. Ooh. Okay, and we're going to put this one in without dropping it. Because if you drop it on your carpet, you'll never find it again. And there we go. Now we got all 4 magnets back in it. So that's important, I think. If it isn't, I can always remove them later. So we're going to lock that down. Now, one thing about BFS, it's spinning freely, which is very good. Okay, so when you adjust the tension knob, unlike all of our other bait casting ones, you adjust it to where there's just a little bit of wiggle on that spool. Just a little bit, not a lot. You don't want a lot of wiggle there. So, awesome. Remember, this is my #1 spool. So, what did I do with that spooler? Where's my spooler? I put it in this room someplace. It's behind me. I know it. Nope. Not behind me. Where is it? Oh, I hung it up. Go figure. All right, so use light line. We're using 6-pound line on this. And I'm going to spool it. But that is an upgrade. Now, oh, I did buy a new bearing. Why? Because it's $10. But this comes with the bearing. Now, the neat thing is, see this? We're going to put this in this little container here. And this will keep the Curado spool safe. So that will now keep that safe. If I ever need it again, whoop, I got it. I got it. All right, so this is, let me make sure it's correct. It's not. So it's important for the line to come off the spool this way, off the top, not off the bottom like this, because that's causing it to turn the wrong way. So we're going to flip this spool. We're going to do it the right way, because that's important. Always do it the right way, Mike. Always. All right, so there we go. All right, so there's that. Got this little rubber band on here in order to maintain a tension on it. So we're going to remove this spool again because I'm going to just, it's easier to tie it around the spool with it removed. So we have a wonderful event this weekend. It's the 13th annual Derby at Lake of the Woods. And for those of you that live locally here in Southeast Oregon, I invite you to come. I will be there all day. I will be taking point. And you can win some of my lures. Now, I'm going to make sure the kids get a lot of my lures. But this lure right here is one that's going to be on, I wish you could too, Cooper. This right here is going to be on one of the prizes. So Cooper's going to get a lure anyway. So we'll get my best lure I've ever used personally, and the best lure I've ever painted, the most effective, is this little finesse. that little guy right there is the most miraculous thing I've ever painted or ever used on my fishing rod. It always catches fishes. And we're stocking the lake this week with trout, which is exciting. Our lake's cool enough for it. So let me tie this on the spool. The spool is almost half the weight of the Curado spool. Now, why is that an upgrade? Well, it's not a matter of just, weight in your hand. I mean, it's only 4 grams. But what it is that it allows the spool to get up to speed faster. So this whole thing is designed to cast the BFS's bait finesse system. Its design, its purpose in life is to cast really, really light bait. Really light bait. I want to cast 1/80th of an ounce. So this I love finesse fishing. It's the most fun fishing a person could ever do is finesse fishing. Lightweight fishing. You use a very lightweight pole and here we go. And we're doing this. And we're putting our line on. It's going on real nice on this new spool. It'll hold about 70 yards. You'll be able to cast 1/16th of an ounce about 30 or 40 feet. It's pretty amazing. Now, I've got an ultralight rod, but this ultralight rod is, it's more like a medium light. It's more like a medium light. So it just doesn't have enough flex to cast really. You need a rubber band type, real soft backbone in order to I think that's it. All right. And that is what you say is that. Now we're going to put this back on my rod. This is my Piscifun ultralight. I love the rod, by the way. For a medium light, it's fantastic, even though it says it's ultralight. We're going to see. It's been raining here, so I haven't been fishing this week. I've been painting, bagging, all sorts of getting ready for this weekend. Getting prizes put together for the Derby, and I want to have at least 50 prizes for the kids, because I don't think we'll have 50 kids, but you know how hard this is, because the line is near invisible. You can't see it. It's really, really invisible. I mean, Cooper, you helped me out on the boat. See, and it goes all the way through again. Now I got to do all the. So you gotta hold it. You gotta hold it. Cooper's helped me before out on the boat. So it'll be another year until I see you again. A whole another year. I get you. Coop's awesome. One of the best little fishermen I've ever run across. All right. Okay. Whew, good thing I had it. It would have slid all the way through again. It would not have been good. So now we've modified and upgraded my Curado. The spool cost about $100. So, and I hope that $100 was well spent. According to reviews, it is. We'll see. It's like sewing. Oh my goodness. All right. There we go. We're through all of them. Ooh, nice. Well, we have to go ice fishing. Totally have to go ice fishing. I am going to make ice fishing jigs, and they're all going to glow in the dark. So it's going to be really, really cool. So I do not think I've got a small spinner in the house. Those are weights. I think I've got it out in my truck. Go figure. Let's take this, put this in the box, the Curado box, along with this new bearing. I'll figure that one out later. I'll figure that out later. So that goes on the Curado box. And then I have to go out for my truck, and we'll put a snap swivel on. I like snap swivels. I know. So, but yeah, I love the way this pumpkin seed sunfish came out. Real pretty. Hey, Steve. So I just got done putting a new spool, about half the weight of the Shimano spool, inside my BFS. So that should get it to start up faster and quicker when I throw really, really light. So, I mean, right now, this thing's only, the BFS with this rod, I was safe to throw, I don't know, 3/16. Yeah, 3/16, which wasn't real light. I needed to throw lighter. I mean, really light. I mean, this bait is 0.15 ounces the way it's fitted. That's it. So, and so with this new setup, I could throw this tiny little bait and catch a lot of fish with it. Oh, I also made this lipless for this weekend. So the lipless is going to be really, really good. With the water cooling down, the trout stocking, the crappie, the smallmouths are still hitting really good. That is a great bait for smallies, as well as largemouths, but it'll work really good for the smallies. Yeah, I don't have one of those little snap swivels here. I'm going to have to go out my truck or garage and get one. You think with all this stuff, this whole wall, but I put so much stuff in my my bag, that tackle bag. I don't have it. Don't have it. Don't have it. I didn't have one on before because I had a hard type this. By the way, this strange jig, this little fire tiger, this is a killer for bass. That little thing was killing it for bass. I was catching largemouth on it left and right. Strange, strange little rubber, you know, worm, but it worked. All right, we'll see you, Coop. Hopefully in the winter. Hopefully in the winter. Um, but yeah, we'll. I've got. Oh, I did some rainbow trouts over there. One for me, one for somebody else. Um, Real pretty. One for me is a kind of a mess. But I don't think the fish will notice. But I can see it. And anyway, I've been busy today. I mean, knocked out what 30 some 30, well, plus these are not easy to paint. I mean, this crappie, and there's a crappie, and then this I painting blue over red without making purple was not easy. So I had to come up with a way. And then of course you could see what I did with the fins. See the fins? They're the same fins, but I painted these, stained them, and then with the red, and then I painted the blue on top of it in order to continue the fish's pattern into the fins themselves. These are soft. These are all soft fins. These are all soft fins. So they all had to be painted by hand and then sponged off in order to stain it, and then manually paint it with an artist brush. Um, People wonder why these baits cost so much money, because it's just a lot more work into these baits, just a lot more work. And there's a lot more masking, a lot more frisking, and then a lot of stenciling, and then doing it all by hand. And then of course, I mean, this piece right here has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 add-on pieces that I had to paint and then attach. And then of course, you always have the eyes and then the split rings and everything. So really, very, very. This is a beautiful bait. I ain't selling this one. I like this one a lot, and I really like my crappies. So I think these are for me to use. This is a giveaway. This is going to be a killer to catch German brown trout in the next few weeks. This bait is going to just whoop on it, whoop on it. I mean, the silver, the on the head, and then the red and the veins, and then I put this color shifting pigment in the second clear coat. This has got 2 clear coats on it. This is going to last forever. Really, very, very nice bait. That's a $50 bait, by the way. That's a $50 bait. Um, and then, we might give this away this weekend. I don't know. It's a really nice bait. This will catch the German browns too. It's a deep diving swim bait, so you could troll with that and do really well. Troll real slow. But I don't have my number 10s and 12 hooks. So without my 10 and 12s, I really can't do any more of these because these are number 12s. And the 10s will be going on. Actually, those are, was it 10s? Yeah, those are 10s, and then 12s will be going on some other baits that I'll be painting. So I've been busy today. I mean, I didn't go fishing because of the weather. Um, and I didn't want to go fishing, boat, be out in the middle of the lake in the rain and stuff. It's kind of miserable, so I didn't do it. And I've now modified my Curado, So I might go out fishing tomorrow morning, just for the morning, and see what that's like, and test this Curado out with this ultralight spool on it. So that's going to be, I really want to do that. Maybe I'll just go down here to Yawana, which is the lake a few blocks, just down the street from me. I've never caught anything in there, but yeah, we'll go in there, and it's just down the street. So I don't know what I would catch down there this time of year. We're going to use, my fail safe on this rod, and if anything's going to catch anything, it's going to be that bait. Um, I got to catch something out of that lake. It's a big lake right in front of my house. The Link River is right here, and then Upper Klamath. So there should be some trout, maybe some bass. I mean, I don't know if the bass migrate all the way up this way, but they could. I mean, because they're just downriver. I don't know. I have no idea. I've caught nothing in Yawana because I really haven't fished it as much as Lake of the Woods. And instead of driving a half hour to Lake of the Woods, I could just drive down here and put the boat in the morning, and do a little fishing along there's a channel that the Link River creates a V in the lake as it goes through, and it's actually the beginning of the Klamath River, and the Klamath River starts next to my house, and so um, it's just there's a lot of great. I mean, if you look up Klamath River, um, there's some fantastic fishing in the Klamath River, from bass to salmon down the river, and then I mean it goes all the way to the ocean. This river winds its way through Oregon, California, and dumps into the ocean. So we'll see. We'll see. It's just a thought. Maybe I won't do it. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe it'll rain in the morning, and I'll say, nah, won't do it. But this is pretty cool, guys. This is now the most expensive reel I've ever bought, because with this $100 edition, this is a $300 reel. So, but that is that. So please check out Lake of the Woods Derby this weekend. If you're in the area, come up, go to the lake. It's going to be a beautiful day. We'll be in the 70s. It'll be a gorgeous day with a stocked lake. It should have finished its turn by then, and then there's no thermocline. So with that gone, you've got the water column's a shared water column for all the bass, the crappie, the perch, and the trout. Everything is mixed together at that point, and you should be able to catch countless fish. We should have a lot of great winners this weekend. So thanks, everybody. I know I just did this as live, but I want to thank you for visiting and stopping in and checking it out. Um, and I'm going to put a snap swivel on this. Went out to my truck and get that, and get this set up for tomorrow. And we're going to test this new modification tomorrow. So you take care, guys, and keep your lines tight and go fishing. It's good therapy.